It's no real secret that there are certain gender inequities within STEM. And so I was wondering if you could explain a specific example, if you have one, of a time when you sort of faced a gender inequity, and if so, what advice you'd give to girls who might be discouraged from doing a career in STEM because of this.
I was so fortunate that I never experienced anything. Every schooling, every job that I've had, it's always been equal amount of girls, boys, men, women, everything. I never once felt like I was, I never once felt discriminated against because I was a female. If I don't think I've ever felt that way. And if I did, I probably just brushed it off and worked harder. I don't really know. I'm very lucky. I know a lot of people probably won't have the same experiences that I do. But I guess even though I've never experienced it, my advice is that there are people that don't experience it. And so that means that they've always been in environments where it's been equal. They've never, so it's out there and it's possible. And so, don't give up, keep fighting for what you think is right, and you'll find the right fit for wherever you want to go.
If you do experience something like that, it shouldn't really be something that discourages you, but it should be an incentive to sort of fight stronger and to fight back against it. And whatever someone else says, or whatever, I don't know, the amount of men versus women in your workspace, regardless of that, like, it's about you and what you know you're capable of. So I think that's really
exactly. Also, being in cosmetics, it's actually, I think there's more women than men, just because of more, the consumer is more women. I mean, not to say that men don't use makeup or skincare or anything, but it's safe to assume that it's more women are the consumers. So it's easier to formulate when we have the consumer in mind, or product, and make products or develop products with the consumer in mind. So it's actually, I think it's a little geared towards women, especially the new hires that we've been seeing. But I mean, it always changes. There's always a different cycle. There's men that work here too, and everyone's so together and cohesive that it doesn't really have any effect.
What do you think the largest breakthrough will be within STEM in the next 10 years, and how will it influence the next generation of young women?
I mean, space, right? Jeffrey Bezos just went up there. So I think space is definitely what do they say? It's the last frontier or something like that. It's the next big thing that's still so unknown. So something with space. I don't know what, but it's going to be out there. Getting more women up there. I think there's also, I remember I went to a bunch of symposiums back when I was in college. We did presentations in the American Chemical Society. They had a big symposium for for a week, I think. And they were talking, I think it was maybe partnered or sponsored with NASA, because it was right by the Kennedy Space Center. And so we did a whole tour of that, and there were a lot of speakers, and there's like a whole area of, I think, even cosmetics that they want to kind of explore in space, and if it's stable in space and things like that. I don't really know much about it, but I know that it's something is happening with that, and if it survives in space, it could survive anywhere.